We have actually a fairly lengthy number of folks to speak this morning. So I want to begin with David Adams, who's here on behalf of Common Threads to talk about the upcoming Public Officials Dialogue Luncheon. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning. I'm here to announce that a week from today, which will be January 24th, that's Wednesday of next week, at noon at the Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development Group headquarters on South Main Street, we will convene in Suite 100 on the first floor for our 129th dialogue lunch with public officials from Lima and Allen County. I should also mention that our next luncheon, which will be in April, will be our 15th anniversary. That's a lot of dialogue and a lot of lunches and a lot of public officials, and thus far, knock wood, without altercation. So I think this is something to celebrate, actually. The purpose of the dialogue luncheons is, of course, to learn more about each other in a personal kind of way. The dialogue topics which we suggest are intentionally suggested to generate stories, narratives from your own life and experience, and not to, if I can use the word, degenerate into a debate on one side or another side of some issue. So we learn about each other, and we discover over the course of these almost 15 years that we have a lot in common, whatever our opinions on political and economic and social issues may be. We have had similar experiences, and we hope, growing more and more comfortable with each other and more likely to give each other a telephone call when we do have an issue. And since I know this person and this person knows me, perhaps we can work something out that will defuse some issues that might otherwise grow into problems. In any case, our 129th dialogue will be next Wednesday, January 24th, at the Allen County Chamber of Commerce, first floor, Suite 100. Our keynote speaker will be Brian Rhodes, Allen County engineer, who will be addressing the timely topic of winter traveling and the county's roads. That will lead us into some dialogue narratives about traveling in the wintertime. I have half a dozen stories to share with my colleagues on that topic. We always conclude our dialogue a little before 1 o'clock, as many of our participants have actual day jobs that they need to get back to. And we request a $5 donation to help cover the cost of the lunch itself. So thank you very much for this time on at the press conference. And I do have press releases if I have missed any members of the media who are here this morning. Thank you very much.
Good. Thanks, David.
That's something else.
Very good. Also this morning, representing the Allen County Educational Service Center, Jennifer Schleister is here regarding a special movie coming up. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Jennifer Schleister, and I am the Special Needs Parent Mentor at the Allen County Educational Service Center. And I'm actually sharing information about a special event that is being held by another organization that I am affiliated with as well, the West Central Ohio Autism Community, is hosting with the Shannon Theater a special needs family movie day this coming Saturday, January 20th at 10 a.m. And it is showing the movie Wonder. It is a sensory-friendly showing, which means that the lights are lowered instead of it being all the way dark. The sound is lowered. As many of you know, when you go to the movies, it's a fairly assaulting auditory experience nowadays. And so the volume is kept down so that it's easier for individuals with sensory sensitivities. Special diets folks can bring in snacks if they need to, which is normally frowned on in movie theaters. And the silence is golden policy is suspended so that if a child young adult, or individual with a disability is a person who has vocalizations when they get excited or perhaps makes excited noises, it's okay. That families don't have to feel like they need to exit the theater because everyone who is in attendance understands. And it's a safe environment for families, young adults, adults to come to and enjoy the movies together as a family or with their caregivers or with their friends. And for some individuals with disabilities, this is often a challenging type situation to be able to do something as simple as go to the movies. So Special Needs Family Movie Day is hosted, as we said, at the Shannon Theater by the West Central Ohio Autism Community. And this particular showing, they have been able to offer free tickets to the first 50 families or groups that attend will get 2 free tickets, and that is courtesy of HCF Management Group Incorporated, who made a donation to the WCOAC on behalf of family events. And so they're being able to offer 2 free tickets to the first 50 families that attend. That, again, is this Saturday, January 20th, at the Shannon Theater in Bluffton at 10 a.m. If people have any questions, they can call me at the Allen County Educational Service Center. That's 419-222-1836, extension 114, or they can contact the WCOAC at 419-998-4701. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. I've seen the movie. It's a great movie, so hopefully families will take advantage of that. From the YMCA, Terry Averish is here with a couple of announcements. Come on.
Thanks for having us. I do want to mention that the Y still through the month of January is doing a no join fee special, so it can save people up to $100 in joining the Y. And we also have financial assistance for anyone who would like to join the Y that feel like that they can't afford it. We have a new class starting in the evening that is a chair exercise class. We have some in the daytime, but we're doing one at 5 o'clock in the evening where they use bands and weights, and they're sitting in a chair, but it is still a good class. It's great for beginners or seniors or anybody with knee or hip problems. So the Y is a great place for families, seniors, youth. I hope that people take advantage of this. Also wanted to announce that this Saturday is our first Walk with the Doc, and the Lima YMCA is doing this in collaboration with Lima Memorial Physicians, and we're going to meet the 3rd Saturday of every month with a physician and talk with them in a room. This Saturday it's going to be Dr. Miller, who is a board certified in reconstructive rear, foot, and ankle surgery. He's going to talk to the crowd just for a little bit about a subject, and then they're going to walk at their own pace on this month on the YMCA track. If it's over 50 degrees and nice out, not going to rain, they're going to use the river walk. But for this month, which is January 20th, we meet at 9 a.m. It's free to anybody in the community, and we're hoping to see good participation on that. The next one then is February 17th and then March 17th. And then Corey Clifton is our new Youth and Teen Development Director, and he's got a couple other programs to tell you about.
Great. Good morning.
Good morning. I also have a couple youth announcements to make, which is one is called Why Kids Are Fit. And this program is designed to engage children in about 30 to 45 minutes of daily, moderate to vigorous physical activity. It's a 6-week program that, forgot what I was going to say. It's a 6-week program that started yesterday, January 16th, but we're still encouraging kids to sign up and join because you got 6 weeks to do this, and they can call me at the Y to sign up or the front desk. It's $20 for non-members, but it's also free for members to the Y. And the next announcement that I have is the Father-Daughter Dance, which is the 10th annual here at the Lima YMCA. It is February 3rd from 7 to 9 p.m. This is a great way for fathers to bond with their daughters and maybe teach them how a man is supposed to treat a lady. And it's a good way that it's a nice social event, and it's been very successful the last couple of years. So we like to keep that going. This is $3 for members, $6 for non-members, and we ask members to bring a peanut-free good to share, and then also non-members to bring a canned item that we will donate to the West Ohio Food Bank. That would be it for me. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. And Athletic Director John Zell is here from Lima Senior High School concerning his a new activity that's an opportunity that's come up.
It's quite the activity. Thanks for having me. On behalf of Lima City Schools, I would like to announce that we will be implementing the first ever Lima City Schools Athletic Hall of Fame. And as Mayor mentioned earlier, it is quite an undertaking due to the fact that we are not only focusing on Lima Senior, but we're also going to focus on Lima Central High School, Lima South High School. And just going through, this has kind of been a learning process for myself, not being from Lima originally. It's just amazing the amount of athletic talent that has just walked the halls. And it is an undertaking trying to sort out everybody. And there is a lot of people. So what we're going to do for our first class, we are going to induct 25 individuals, 4 contributors, 6 coaches, and 2 teams, the 1996 state championship football team and the 1964 state championship baseball team. Previously, the only way we've been really able to honor any athlete is through jersey retirement. And we weren't able to recognize coaches, teams, or contributors. And all of those individuals play an important part in our athletic success. So it's special for us. It's special, I think, for this community. And it's just amazing, just the amount of athletic talent that's come out of this city. It's all the way from Central. I know we have Robert Wade King, who won the gold medal in the 1928 Olympics. He was was part of the first track team at Central as a senior in 1924, made it to the state championships in 1924, and actually went on to Stanford, and then from Stanford went on to the Olympics in Amsterdam. So quite a rich history and tradition here in Lima. The athletes were nominated through a nomination process. We had a committee of 11 people, graduates of Lima City Schools, whether it was they compete in athletics, we also had a couple coaches. So it was a well-rounded committee, and I'm very pleased with the result. And again, this is a step, hopefully in the right direction, just to get it going in, something that we are going to do on a yearly basis. So I'm excited. The actual Hall of Fame will be located, I don't know if you are familiar with Lima Senior, but we have the cafeteria. And this is something that I've been thinking about since I became the athletic director, is how do we honor and recognize a lot of our athletes? And the Hall of Fame was something that came to my mind, but there's not a lot of space in the new Lima Senior to put everything. So one day I was walking through and I looked over to my right, and we had this cage where we housed all the vending machines, and they removed all the vending machines, and it sat vacant storage area, and I was like, hey, that's a great place to put it. So what we're going to do, we're going to put on the inside, we're going to wrap a bunch of pictures that I had the opportunity to go and find. I went to the Allen County Museum and Historical Society. They had a boatload of pictures. They were gracious to help us out with that. And the focal point is actually going to be a 55-inch touchscreen monitor where people can come up, just go through, all the inductees, and I think it's going to be great for Lima Senior. It's also a part of our history, and I know we are starting. They're putting on the wrap right now, and a lot of our students are walking by and they're like asking questions. We have a old picture of the Central building. We're going to have the old Lima Senior building, the old South building, and it's a conversation starter, and it allows our students to understand, just the history of Lima Senior and Lima City Schools. So we are going to have the celebration, a banquet, Saturday, February 10th at the UNOH Event Center. We are selling tickets right now. They're $25 a piece at the Lima Senior Athletic Department. It is open to the public. It'll be a great time. We have people coming from all over the United States. I know Bill Sharp. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Bill Sharp, but he was an outstanding athlete. You know, he's got his jersey retired right now for baseball. But again, through my research, he was a heck of a football player, a heck of a baseball player, and also a basketball player. So he will be there. You know, and you know, our athletes are comprised of, you know, state championships, people who have gone on to great successful college careers and professional careers. So I'm excited, and maybe this is a first step in something pretty big. So thank you.
Terrific. Thanks, John. And Sandy Montfort is here on behalf of the United Way of Greater Lima to talk about the Jefferson Awards. It's this time of year.
It is. Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. Even before I start to talk about the Jefferson Awards, where the advertising has already begun with WLIO, I want to make a comment. I was just stopped before I came here. I told someone I was going to be at the press conference to announce the Jefferson Awards, and the first thing someone said to me was, "Oh, I wish another county was eligible for that." And I just looked at them. Ladies and gentlemen, all media, please hear me. The Jefferson Award that's given in the Lima-Allen County area is for Allen County and the contiguous counties. Who are they? Those counties, I just had it in front of me, and now I'm standing here, and I'm going to get nervous to forget. Those counties are Allen, Putnam, Van Wert, Auglaize, Hardin, and Hancock. Those are the counties that are eligible for this Jefferson Award. Please hear me. It's wonderful when someone from Lima-Allen County wins. It's also wonderful with individuals that win in this area and realize they're eligible. The person I nominated last year happened to be chosen by the committee without any of my voting, because I made sure that there was no conflicting evidence that I was participatory in either of the winners, one that was a relative of mine and then the one that was selected. And I received several phone calls from individuals that said, "Why didn't you consider this person?" or "Why didn't you consider that person?" And here was my answer. Did you nominate them? Because we can't consider anyone unless they're nominated. The 2018 Jefferson Awards for public service in all the counties that I just announced is wide open. Nominate more than one person, should you like to. Let's ensure that those individuals that give of themselves to better their community, better their area, get that opportunity to be recognized. There are 8 finalists. That means there are 8 winners. One of the 8 is chosen to go to Washington. The deadline for the nominations is February 21st at 5 p.m. From all of those counties that I said. It's not simply Lima-Allen County. Please, let's speak up and recognize all of those individuals that are deserving of being considered for that nomination, and allow all of us as judges to struggle with making the top 8. That is a tough decision. I have forms available for you should you like to take some. Feel free to make copies. The Jefferson Award is sponsored by Husky Energy, Lima Refinery, the Lima News, United Way, your hometown stations. All of those different organizations sponsor the Jefferson Awards from all of those areas. So I have forms, as I said. You'll hear about it on the advertising. You'll see it in the newspaper. Hopefully you'll hear it on the radio. You'll see it over and over. You'll see it in your newspaper over the weekend. You'll get so tired of seeing and hearing it that you'll nominate. Because I literally can tell you, it's the last thing I'll say, sir, 5 different people were so angry at who was not considered. And I said, "Did you nominate them?" "Well, no, I didn't." Then you need to find a mirror and look at yourself to ask, how come I didn't do that? We look forward to all the nominations that will be coming in. You can send it as an email attachment. You can drop it off at United Way. You can clip it out at the Lima News. Family, friends, church members, co-workers, neighborhood people that you know, please nominate, nominate, nominate. I want the committee to complain about all of the nominations we got this year from all of these counties so that we can make the right decision. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Sam. It's always first of all, a wonderful, classy event for the Jefferson Awards. It's a very genuine opportunity to acknowledge those that play significant volunteer roles in our communities. So we want to encourage people to participate. Fire Chief Bruce Black is here to announce some promotions that are taking place in the fire department. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. Brad, Drew, you want to come up here? I was just here last month and announced a bunch of promotions. After we was here for the last month's news conference, we had a longtime employee, Jeff Thompson, retire right at Christmas time. And Jeff worked for the fire department for 34 years, and he's surely going to be missed. He was a heck of a guy, a real good firefighter, a real good captain. And with his retirement, we needed to do a couple promotions, and that's what we're here for. So the first person I'm going to introduce to you, Brad Miller. Lieutenant Brad Miller was promoted to the rank of captain effective Saturday, December 30th, 2017. Next month, Brad will have 21 years of service with the Lima Fire Department. So Brad has completed the Fire Officer Level 1 and 2 programs, and Brad is being assigned as a captain at the Central Fire Station on B shift. Congratulations, Brad Miller. Thank you.
I'll just be real brief. I'm blessed to work for the Lima Fire Department. I grew up in the community. My mother retired from the city schools. My daughter teaches for the city schools. I'm proud to say I work for the city and for the fire department, and we hope to move forward with progressive tactics and everything else and take care of the citizenry as best we can. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. The next one I'm going to introduce, Andy Groman, or Andrew Groman. Andy, I'll call him Andy. We always call him Andy. Firefighter Andy Groman was promoted to the rank of lieutenant effective Saturday, December 30th of 2017. Lieutenant Groman is a 9-year veteran of the Lima Fire Department. He also is a veteran of the Army Reserves. Lieutenant Groman has completed the Fire Officer Level 1 program, and Andy is being assigned to Fire Station Number 2, which is in the south end of Lima, on C shift. Congratulations, Andy Groman.
I appreciate this opportunity. I feel like I'm very privileged to work with the group of people that I work with. We have an exceptional group of people at the fire department, and I hope to continue that tradition.
Very good. Thank you, John.
Thank you very much.
Best wishes in your work.
Thank you.
And Susan Crotty is here from the Department of Community Development concerning a weather-related announcement.
Thank you. There's been a lot of good news here this morning, and so I have to make this announcement and just ask for the media's help. Please, I know you got a lot of good stories today, but please help me get the word out and make a note in the next couple of days to please advise people that property owners and the city of Lima are responsible for cleaning the snow and ice off the sidewalks in front of their property. I think in Ohio, we get used to it snows and then, in a couple days, it'll probably melt. So why should I get out there and work too hard and try and get the snow off of there? Well, yeah, we hope that, but, you know, we've been in a deep freeze here for a while. We've had a lot of snow and ice hanging around, and we've got, you know, kids trying to go to school, postal delivery, people trying to get your mail to you. But we also did have a complaint here recently from someone who uses a mobility device to get around. We've got people in wheelchairs, mobility devices, who they have to get stores, they have to get to the doctor or wherever, and, you know, the sidewalk may be how they get around. And they can't just step through the piles of snow. So it is your responsibility, if you live in the city, to make sure the sidewalk in front of your property is clear. Our regulation does say specifically within 4 hours after the snow stops to fall during the daylight. So, you know, we're not asking you to get out there at midnight and make sure it's clean, but you do have to make sure it's cleared off during the day after, you know, and if it's a blizzard, yeah, we know that you can't get out there in the middle of it and shovel and you know, have that work for us. But once the snow stops falling, please get out there and clear it. I myself, I had to take a couple minutes this morning. I had cleared my sidewalks, and then the snowplows come through, and that happens. You know, I didn't have time to do it either, but but I had to get out there and just clear away that little bit of snow, because that just happens too. Because again, we have people who need to travel the sidewalks. We need them to be safe. And, you know, we try to balance that with the fact that, yeah, it's challenging for some people to get out and shovel the sidewalks too. But it is your responsibility as a property owner. And we have started sending out warnings. That's why I ask for your help in getting the word out, because some people are probably not going to be real happy. They're going to get a little warning in the mail. They're not getting fined at this point, but you can be fined if you are in violation. And again, we just have the snow that's just hanging around with us, so please make sure and get out there and clean the sidewalks, and please get the word out. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Susan. It's also a great opportunity to do a little volunteerism. If you've got a neighbor that's elderly, or somebody that perhaps is away for the week. There's a lot of folks that travel this time of year, so we want to encourage people to take care of each other as well. So it really is about making it safe for those that walk and need to get around but aren't using the streets. So we want to encourage people to live up to their responsibilities. Autumn Swanson is also here, Neighborhood Support Specialist, to talk about the Citizen Block Patrol. Autumn?
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, I am here to talk about Citizen Block Patrol once again, and I am going to continue to talk about Citizen Block Patrol. So I'm sure it's going to be pounded into everyone's psyche out there, because I'm going to be definitely pushing this as much as I can. We need volunteers. Citizen Block Patrol is a crime prevention program for the neighborhoods in the city of Lima, and we are looking for volunteers who are ages 18 years and older, and also live within the city limits, but also in the surrounding townships. I was getting some calls earlier, and people were wondering, hey, if I live in Bath, am I able to volunteer? Absolutely. We definitely am not closing this out. We want to see this program work. This is a pilot, but we want to see it expand as well. You know, we don't want to just keep it within the city. We'd love to see it go out to the county. I even have some people from the county that are going to be coming to the training, so I'm very excited about that. So we want to make sure that this is a very encompassing program. So what this reminder is for our orientation, which is open to anyone. They can come out January 24th at 6 o'clock p.m. at the Lacknip Resource Center, which is located at 1440 West Spring Street. And we are looking for people that just want to have pride in their neighborhood come back, who are interested in helping their neighbors, not just, you know, their own area, but their whole community, their whole neighborhood. Your neighborhood is more than just the block you live on. I think that's something that we all need to recognize and keep in mind. What we're looking at doing is we are going to have 5 different areas where we're going to start the program. So we did try to make them a variety of areas. So they do take place at the COP stations. Those will be all the start sites. So we are pretty well spread out, I think. So for those that call me and say, oh, is this going to be in my neighborhood? Well, yeah, I hope so. I hope that we're going to be able to expand it as much as we can. But we do want to start off with just those 5 areas so that we can, see how it works out. Definitely see how it works out. So once again, we are asking for volunteers ages 18 years of age or older who are citizens of the United States and who live within the city limits or surrounding townships to come out January 24th to the LACNIP Resource Center at 6 o'clock p.m. Thank you.
Thanks, Autumn. And that is all that we have for today, so we will break down for interviews with media, and thank you all for taking your time to attend.